was thinking about this whole idea of the expansive and the contracted,
Hmm.
and you the that introject is quite contracted. The aim is to be expansive, but if we're expansive without being grounded, then we'll float away, and that's no good either.
Yeah, and the whole thing, um, I'm not even sure that I agree with the point is to be expanded and not contracted. Because everything is cycles, like we talked about the seasons before. And even if you observe the internal movement in the body, um, we have different aspects to it. But one we call the biorhythm, and it's a constant, it's an expansion and a contraction.
Mm.
But usually when we think about contraction, we really think about the completely frozen version.
Yes.
Um, but there is one thing, like I was trying to explain to people, we have to learn to function from a soft level, and hard and soft are not opposites. It's like hard and weak are opposites, like the um stress all day, and oh, let me fall on the couch now and be like a dead potato sack and lie here. That's not soft, that's not even relaxed, that's just like almost nothing anymore. Soft is where you're not in stress and you're kind of in flow and you can function and you have energy and all of those things. And when you're in that space, it's like there's this constant expansion and contraction that's constantly happening because you're bringing your information into the world, and then you're taking the information of the world back into yourself. And that happens every 15 seconds on a fascia level. That happens with the speed of light on a cellular level.
Oh, interesting.
So it's never about always being this expansive. It's like um it's one of my big what do you call those things? Sorry, English is not my first language, but like in spirituality, they're always like, oh, you have to be in your highest vibration.
Mm.
But what they say is like you always have to feel good. You always have to be like this in this good place, in this happy place, in this energetic place. But everything in the universe is waves. Everything is waves, is energy, and life is a wave, and life is meant to be experienced as a wave. And life, like waves, always go up and down and up and down and up and down, and so does life. And it's not about always being in this peak state of I'm up the wave, look, it's so happy, look how good I'm doing, I'm so high vibration. No, it's about lifting that entire wave up the scale.
Oh,
So you still go through highs and lows, but those highs and lows are much more in alignment with who you really are, the
I
light that
like that. Because as a psychotherapist and as a mindfulness practitioner, I work with people who've been low
mm-hmm.
and then they make so many positive changes, and then every time they feel a bit low again,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh shit, I'm back to square one, and they don't realize that they're not there. They've kind of gone, they haven't gone, you know what I mean? So it's like actually giving someone permission to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and that's why the highest vibration is actually authenticity,
Oh yes, love it.
because that's kind of like, if we go back to your uncle Dave, he was like, his line was very low on the curve, and he's like, I'm just gonna live this life, that's society, but it has nothing to do with what I desire, what excites me, like what I'm actually here to do. I'm just gonna basically be in the sphere state and take the good and the bad as it comes, and I'm just gonna focus on this, security or safety perception that I have. But as you move that up and you start living from this place where I'm living my excitement, I'm living the career that I want, I'm living the type of life that I want, I am working on getting closer and closer and closer to my essence and living from an authentic place from there. Of course, like life will just happen, but it's so much more fulfilling that even the lows are just. much more acceptable than when you're like in this place where it's like life is hard and now it's going down and now it feels like it's unbearable basically.